Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to the first video. Today I've got a Magic the Gathering Dungeons & Dragons gift edition box. Picked this up at a store. Looked kind of interesting. I've heard some mixed things about the D&D Adventures in the Forgotten Realms set. I haven't really played Magic too much recently. But, yeah, a friend of mine said that he didn't really like this set too much, but I figured I'd check it out. The box looked kind of cool. It's this gift edition one that's hollow. I'll take it out of the plastic, and we'll get a better look at how the box looks. Alright, and this is the box out of the plastic. You can see the hollow a little bit better. It's got some really cool artwork on it. You see, so like any other Magic box bundle. Oh, it's falling apart already. It's a professional video. You get the box itself, and then this sort of insert. This is actually something I haven't seen before, this oversized card. That's kind of cool. This is one of the mechanics in the Forgotten Realms Dungeons & Dragons set, where you have a dungeon that you need to go through by doing certain things or playing certain cards over the course of the game. So these are some handy oversized dungeon cards, I guess, to make it a little bit easier to read. That's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of the oversized Commander's cards that you see a lot in the Commander's decks. Probably the same card stock. Very cool. I'll take a peek at these first. Okay, so here are the dungeons you get. You get, of course, the Dungeon the Mad Mage that we just saw, as well as the Lost Mine of the Phandelver, the Tomb of Annihilation, and that's 3 for 3. So those are pretty cool. I always like kind of special gimmick, oversized things. But anyway, this is the box itself. This is where the cards are at. Very cool. This also has like a hollow print to it. You can see a dragon on it. And then there's the MTG sort of logo artwork on either side. And here we've got what you'll need to play some Magic. So we got a 20-sided die for counting your health. These bundles usually come with a pretty good one. I've got another one. I've got this green one from another bundle. I can't remember which one this was from. If anybody knows, feel free to drop a comment. I've opened this maybe about a little under a year ago, so the memory's a little hazy. But you can see how this purple one compares. It's about the same. It has a bit more of like a space look to it. I really like this, actually. I mean, the D20 isn't the star of the show here, but they always put some pretty cool little designs or attention to detail in these that just make them really cool to look at and use when you play the game. Anyway, get to the cards. Here's your pack of lands. Not sure if I'll open this up because everyone's seen lands, but maybe I'll take a quick peek at some of the artwork. And then right here, we've got, looks like some hollow promo cards. We got treasure chests. This looks like maybe cards that are unique to the set. So I'll pop that open and check those out. Those are probably guaranteed in every bundle. This is just a card telling you how to play the game. Pretty useful if you're starting out, maybe if you're really into D&D and you see this crossover. And then we have the packs. More rules cards. We have the packs. So if I recall, it's 8 of these 15 card draft boosters. And then 1 of this 15 card collector booster. Now, I'd say these collector's boosters have really cool packaging. I love the artwork of the beholder that's on these. I mean, this is probably a little bit more, I guess, detailed, or it's got more going on in it, but just something about the simplicity of this collector's booster is really cool. I love this like kind of sketch artwork of the beholder here. Very cool. You get 10 of these, one of these. Pretty good deal. You got 10 15 card boosters and then one collector booster. Now draft boosters don't have the same kind of guarantees for things like foils or rares, but they're still, you know, if you're playing a draft game, they're pretty fun to open up and play. Or, you know, if you're just looking to open up cards anyway. Pretty cool. I'll check those out in a bit, but first I want to check out this pack right here. This is, like I said, I think these are guaranteed with every set box that you buy. So here they are. We got treasure chest, some hollow plane. So yeah, it looks like this is all foil land save for that treasure chest. Pretty fancy. I like some of this swamp artwork. I like using black decks a lot of the times, so I like vampires and ghosts and zombies and all that, so swamps are always cool to see. Same thing with mountains. I like using red decks sometimes. So always, I'm making a mess. I'll fix that in a little bit, don't worry. So we got some cool artwork on those foils. So I'm gonna guess that these are all non-foil regular lands with the new artwork for this set. So I'm not gonna worry too much about opening that up. Let's get on to cracking these packs. 15 card draft boosters, 10 of them. Here we go. So here, you know, usually if you open up Magic, you'll know. But for those of you who don't, usually every pack that you open will have some kind of card like this. It'll explain a rule or give you some little game to play with your pack, or have a counter or a checklist card or something. And then it'll have a token on the other side that you can use when a card says that, you know, summon, for example, a fairy dragon. You'd keep this on the side since you know it's in your deck, and then use your fairy dragon token when you need to. So those are pretty standard, always good to have. And then we have the cards themselves, so pretty excited. These D&D packs have some pretty cool artwork. I've opened one of them last night. Not from this set, obviously, but I had a loose one, so kind of get an idea of what to expect. Right off the bat, we got a Shambling Ghast. Kind of cool. Already thinking about making a new swamp deck with that. I like zombies. One of my favorite decks ever made was a zombie themed deck. It's pretty fun. Pretty cool artwork. Sign of Stygia. Potion of Healing. Pretty cool. Zombie Ogre. Okay, now that's a cool looking card. 3/5 for 5. And then you can... This has the dungeon mechanic that was introduced with the Dungeons and Dragons set, so that's pretty cool. Oh, I'm seeing a little bit of foil. I don't want to look at that just yet. Vampire. Again, I've always liked vampires. They have some cool effects. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain. I know the leather armor I know with the D&D set there's a lot of artifact equipment type stuff in here to be evocative of, you know, equipping gear and stuff in Dungeons & Dragons, so this is a pretty cool thing that you might want to use in your deck if you're running D&D stuff. Goblin Javelier. I've got a red deck that's all about goblins, so this actually, if I get more of these, might be fun to put in. It's a 1/1 with haste. Lurking. Oh, now this is cool. A horror. See, now I'm already getting ideas of things I can use in decks. Untap during your untap step whenever you gain life. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Might be cool in a lifelink deck, or if you use it in a green-white, that might be interesting too. Draw a card for each different mana value among non-land cards in your graveyard. That's kind of cool. Nice blue instant. Sorry, I almost said sorcery. You meet in a tavern. You can form a party. Or start a brawl. Classic D&D campaign start. Cave of the Frost Dragon. Now that's a cool looking land. If you control 2 or more other lands, Cave of the Frost Dragon enters the battlefield tapped. So this is a pretty good early game land from the sound of it. Pretty neat card. And here's our foil, a Gnome Wizard. Mage Hand, untap target permanent not named Clever Conjurer, activate only as a sorcery. 2/3 for 3. That's pretty cool. You could probably run this, maybe use this effect after your attack phase so you can still have some defenders. Could be interesting. I'm sure there's a lot of different uses for this kind of card. And then we got a mountain. Let me crack open another one. And we got a Goblin Token. And this has Dungeon the Mad Mage. So another dungeon card. Well, you'll get the idea of how tokens work by the end of this, if you don't already get it. Minimus Containment. I won't try to read too much of these aloud, but sometimes I won't help myself. Dragon's Fire. That's, again, you're going to hear me say this a lot. That's some pretty nice art. Really cool. Dragons are cool. Don't really know what kind of commentary to put with these. Precipitous? That's getting cut. And I don't have a very advanced vocabulary from the sounds of it. Stack is falling apart over here. I don't want to make too much of a mess over here. Paladin Shield. Spiked Pit Trap. Now this is pretty, again, pretty common D&D stuff to have traps, so this is a type of card. I have another one that's an Iron Golem that looks like this. I very much like these when they change the border around and the art isn't like your standard MTG affair. I really like those kinds of cards. I'm a sucker for them, so to see this, very exciting. Even if it's not like a rare card, still like that. Barbarian class. I have to look into the class mechanics for this set. I'm not really sure how they work. Portable Hole. Ooh. Legendary creature, a Tiefling Warlock, a 3/3 for 5. Whenever you roll one or more dice, Faraday Devil's Chosen gains flying and menace until the end of turn. Any of those results was 10 or higher, draw a card. Pretty cool. Might be fun for a commander's deck. Vorpal Sword. +2 and has Death Touch. Has another effect. And a swamp. Love me some swamps. Don't mean to go to do these off camera. It's kind of a habit. Skeleton Token with another dungeon. Polymorph. Dwarf Cleric. That's the last character I played in a D&D game was a Dwarf Cleric, so that's pretty cool. Tools. I'm pretty sure this is a reprint of an old card. I could be wrong. It just seems very familiar. Already seen one of those alt art cards. I don't want to spoil myself here. Snake Rogue. Death Touch. Frost Giant. Now that's cool looking. See, these are commons. Like, I'm getting excited over commons, but that's just how it is. Celestial Unicorn. Oh, another legendary creature. Human Elf Warlock. 5 cost, 1/3. Priest of Myrkul? I don't know how to pronounce these things. Wild Shape? You know, Wild Mage is a rare card. Legendary creature, Elf Shaman. You can roll a d20, so there's a card that interacts with those when you roll a dice mechanics. And an island. Not a bad pack. These dice are kind of getting in the way, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna move these, put them away. I keep taking these off camera. I'll have to organize all these cards later. We got another goblin. I like goblins. And dungeon. So it seems like a lot of these tokens are going to have dungeons on them. That's alright. Some speed. Knocking Grasp. Eyes of the Beholder is a very cool card. I've used this on MTG Arena. Kind of expensive. So... but I really like the artwork on this. Beholders are just really cool. Inspiring Bard. Price of Loyalty. Veteran Dungeoneer. I think a friend of mine has an art card he showed me that was the artwork for this, so kind of cool to see that it's in a card. A Bewlight. Beast. Cursed Idol. Again, you find a cursed idol. That's a pretty... I kind of like these sorceries, how they are sort of quotes from a dungeon master, and it gives you a bunch of different things that you can do to have various effects. Pixie Guide. Now, again, it's got this different border, so I like it, even if it's just a common. Pretty cool card. I like Pixie because of Mega 10, but that's unrelated. Halfling Rogue, pretty cool. Goblin Morningstar, again, I feel like now I can make a new Goblin deck or add on to the one I have. That might be kind of fun with all these cool Goblin things. Bag of Holding, a classic D&D thing. Guardian of Faith, this is a very cool card. It's a 3-cost, 3/2 with Flash and Vigilance. And you can choose any number of cards you control to phase out. And a forest. A lot of people apparently don't like this set. I think it's pretty cool. I'm pretty pleased with it. Roll for initiative. So this seems like just some kind of promo card. And then we got our token. I think we've got one of these for Hill Giant Herd Gorger. Faraday's Fireball. Devoted Paladin Orc Knight. That's a pretty cool looking card. Covering up the stats. I don't really mean to. It's just the way I'm holding it. Maybe if I hold it like this, it'll be easier. Ooh, Herald of Hadar, Human Warlock. Very cool. Not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to get a comfortable, like, oh, somebody's driving by. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get like a comfortable seating position with this setup with my tripod. So please bear with me if maybe it's a little shaky or if it I'm not holding it like completely in frame. I'm trying my best here. Frost. Seeing something interesting. Treasure Vault. An artifact land. A giant stack by the end of this. Using my phone to record because I forgot to get batteries for my camera. Oh, spoiler there. The Atropol. No big deal. Got artifact equipment. I don't really want to read too many of these out for the sake of time, so feel free to pause, or you can always, if one interests you, I'm sure you can always look them up. I'm not really sure how many people would want me reading all of these effects. We'd be here all day otherwise, so I'm just gonna read out the ones that interest me. Yeah, could be better. I mean, again, the unique borders are always cool to me, but that artwork kind of seems a little bland. Maybe choose something a little bit more interesting than a wolf for that kind of artwork. Black Dragon, Acid Bread. It's pretty cool. Yuan T. Malison. I think I have this in MTG Arena. It's pretty cool. A decent card. Ray of Enfeeblement. That's a foil. The light on that. That's pretty nice looking. -4, -1 until the end of turn. If that creature is white, it gets -4, -4. Pretty cool. And then we got a mountain. For anyone who is worried about, you know, if the cards are being protected or not, I'll put them in sleeves off camera. I've actually got a whole bunch of sleeves on the way that I ordered online. I got another roll for initiative. I just bumped my tripod again. Again, professional quality. I didn't look at what the token was, my bad. There you go. Another Herald of Hadar. Circle of the Moon. We need to start a new pile soon. Elf Warlock. Improvised weaponry. That's a pretty cool. Again, it's a pretty cool D&D staple. Seen some of these already. Wizard class. Oh, to look at this. Again, I have to look into how the class mechanics work. I'm not really too sure on how they do. Monk. Cleric. That's pretty cool. Legendary creature. Another legendary creature, an Elf Ranger this time. And a Plains. Always count on getting land. Oh, let's see how many we got. 3 left. And then we got that one. We got a treasure token. Would think you'd get a lot more of those considering how many cards use them. Deadly Dispute. Sylvan Shepherd. Ooh, that's pretty cool. It's a common. It's funny how, you know, even commons can have this cool looking artwork. Another roll a d20, so that's where the dice you get would also come in handy. Hopefully you have more than one. Pretty cool. Seen that before. Minimus Containment. You find the villain's lair. Ooh, a mimic. Now that's cool. I've always liked different interpretations of mimics in artwork or video games or, you know, other like fantasy tabletop RPGs. That's a pretty standard looking mimic. Still some nice artwork. Still think my favorite mimic probably comes from Dark Souls just because of how out there it is. Clattering skeletons. I always like skeletons, especially for October. You know, spooky month. Gotta have some spooky, scary skeletons. Evolving Wilds, see that a lot. Moon-based Cleric. Pretty cool. Okay, yeah, so I have an alternate version of this card already. So this is the Iron Golem that I opened in another pack. So that's the difference. I want to say I like this one more just because it's unique. I do like how it's just normal cards with this alternate artwork. So it's pretty cool to see the regular one here. Trickster's Talisman. Bard class. Another Atropole. Swarming Goblins. More goblins. I like goblins. Can't get enough of them. Goblins and skeletons and zombies. Probably my favorite types of cards. Another Snake Rogue. Great Axe. Pixie Guide. You happen on a glade. Journey on. Make camp. Another potable hole. Purple worm. Now that's some nice artwork. Just, I mean, you know, it's a worm. It's kind of basic, but still really cool. Froghemoth. Frog. Now that's cool. A lot of cool green cards in this set. Alright. This is the last normal pack. So let's see what we get. Hopefully not too many repeats. Fate's Reversal. Kind of a neat effect. Scaled Herbalist. Price of Loyalty, we saw one of those. Shocking Grasp, I think, is new. Pretty nice card draw. Dwarf Cleric, Kick in the Door. Arborera? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm gonna butcher that. Ambushed on the Road. Return target creature you control to its owner's hand. Stand and fight. Target creature gets a +1/+3 until the end of turn. Rimshield Frost Giant. Some pretty neat artwork. Ooh, we got two of them. That's really cool, this Rust Monster. Yeah, I dig that. That's really nice. Reaper's Talisman. Nice. Classic. Magic Missile. Every time I hear Magic Missile, I think of that one video of the kid LARPing, throwing tennis balls, yelling Magic Missile. Ooh, and a Planeswalker. Zariel. You can't. Her fucking artwork is blocking her name. Archduke of Avernus. Some cool effects. That's very awesome. And we have a foil wizard spellbook. Oh, there's the dog. And then we had an island. Absolutely packed pack. Must say. That's all that's left. And I almost feel bad opening this because it's such like crazy unique packaging. But oh well. Oh, we got a foil Atropole token. Is the other side foiled too? Yeah, the dungeon is foiled too. That's pretty cool. We got a foil armory veteran. Are these all gonna be foils? I think so. Air Cult Elemental. Find the oh, I just bumped my thing again. Let me put these over here. Horde Robber. Ooh. So we got a foil of that other legendary card we got. Prosperous Innkeeper. A mountain. Okay. Teleportation circle. That's rare. Okay, so this one isn't a foil. Yeah, so I guess they're not all foil. But that's a unique card. Wish. It's like extended artwork. You may play a card you own from outside the game this turn. That's fucking nuts. Knoll Hunter. Very cool. Manticore. Mind Flayer. Alright, now that's really cool. Ooh, a foil unique mimic. Alright, that's got me. That's cool. And Zalto Fire Giant Duke. That's a cool card. Alright. And I've got these lands here. You know what? Just to be sure. Hate to end on lands, but I just want to make sure that they are in fact lands. Let's see. Yeah. Playing. Yep. Looks like it's just your lands. So it's nothing too special. I do like the artwork on these swamps. I know I mentioned that before. That's a really cool one. I just mixed up very and really. Would be cool if they maybe threw in some like full art lands, but it's no big deal. Those away. So that's everything you get.